teams that are equal to or possibly better than Dabo, he has beaten and shit. Brian Kelly doesn't do that.
I think
he's going to be choking Nussmeier on the side of the fucking field.
I can't wait for the post game
What's Brian Kelly's overall record versus top 5 teams?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Tuesday, August 26, 2025. We're going to give Danny 5 minutes to make a phone call here. We're going to wait for him to finish that up.
Are you really?
No. I said it 2 episodes ago. I think it was 2 episodes ago. Still confused about that, but we're actually here. Week 0 happened, which, first things first, what do you think of the name Week 0 for that first, little weekend of college football? I hear a lot of people, the only reason I ask before I get your answer, a lot of people have said, just call it fucking Week 1. There's no Week 0. I'm like, why are you so miserable about everything?
Yeah,
I like Week 0.
I'm going to be honest. I don't give a fuck.
I like that it's called Week 0.
You could call it Week 10.
We start there?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's...
Week 11, they're like, oh, who are the 10 games Notre Dame's played? It's like, this is their first game, Week 11. And
yeah.
They're like, wait, what? What happened in the last 10 weeks? You're like, fucking nothing.
I guess I just get upset on why people care so much. But I've always liked the name Week 0 because I'm like, it's, to me, this... I want the whole load. I'm just sick of getting a taste.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people with, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged today. And then, this and they comment. I'm like, dude, her plane could crash into another plane and her head could fly off. It would, or she could get engaged,
and land on
or
my
she
dick.
could be. Nothing makes a difference to me.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care either. My only thing was...
Congrats to them.
I hope they have a happy...
Yeah, I don't hope that happens.
With that
to
being
you,
said,
I mean?
I'm just saying I wouldn't care if it did.
Right.
But anyway, my whole point was, I feel like Week 0 is like a perfect, Iowa State, Kansas State. If that happened in Week 8, are you watching that? Probably not.
No.
You'll tune in if it's close or whatever, but Week 0 in Ireland, it's like, that's a fucking sweet game.
I went to UNLV Idaho State. It was actually 38-31. Really good game back and forth the whole time.
Both
those teams are going to be terrible this year.
Yeah. One thing to look out for, it's hard because when you're betting, if you think UNLV just had a bad week, their point spread this upcoming week is probably going to be shortened or they're going to be larger dogs.
Their
but
defense
if you think
sucks.
that they suck, then you bet the other way.
Jaden Thomas, their running back, seems very talented. They have that quarterback from Michigan, that transfer. I don't know, but I'm assuming he can't throw a football.
He cannot.
Because they did not allow him to throw a football.
I think he was 3 for 3 for 39 yards, but he
threw all screens.
He's out there to run the ball.
He threw all screens. He could run the ball. He's a big boy. And he fumbled at the goal line on a walk-in touchdown.
Yep.
They brought him in for run packages. The quarterback that they kept switch, they did the 2-quarterback system thing, which is terrible. The other quarterback they brought in he could throw the ball well, and he could scoot too.
Has that worked for anybody?
No,
ever?
But he's smaller, but he could throw the ball well. He could scoot. I don't think they need Orgy. Insane last name. But he must not. Like I said, he threw 3 screens. They were not letting him air that ball out at all for sure. But the other kid was throwing some fucking dots. Honestly, the Idaho State quarterback could sling it too, but I don't know what the fuck he was looking at. I think he threw 4 picks.
Yeah, that's the one thing about college football, and especially Week 0, is you're going to get bad football, but I would prefer bad football over no football.
Yeah.
Like that Idaho State UNLV game I'm entertained by it. I want to watch it.
Great run game from UNLV.
Right.
The kid had the first 2 touchdowns for UNLV were a 39-yard rushing touchdown from Jaden Thomas and a 70-yard rushing touchdown from Jaden Thomas.
But let me ask you a question. Danny upset me the other week. I said to him something about the general manager of... I can't remember who we were talking about. And he said the GM doesn't have a say in who the head coach is. And I said their exact job is to hire the head coach.
I don't know that for sure.
That is 100% what their job is.
The GM hires the head coach every single time.
Well, they have conversation with, so the owner for the Titans came to the GM and said, listen, you're saying that Vrabel isn't doing great. You fire him and you turn this around, or I'm going to fire you if we decide that it's you. And the GM said, yeah, it's his fault, so I'm firing him. The GM, Brad Stevens re-signed Joe Mazzulla. Yes, that's his job, is to build the team, and the coach is a part of the team.
Sometimes a coach will be hired, but he'll bring his own GM, and then that can happen too. But a lot of times they hire the GM first to find the coach.
But that's what I mean. The Brad Stevens thing he's president of basketball operations. Every decision they make goes through him.
Right.
He's not just that's not just GM job.
No, but
there can be a different president of basketball operations and GM.
Here's how it works in a perfect world, right? The owner of the Redskins. I know it's a group or whatever, but they hired this. They also hired a group. But let's say they hired Bill Belichick as their general manager, and it's just Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is not hiring the head coach of the Washington Redskins. Bill Belichick's going to hire the coach.
I understand that.
So like Jerry Jones is doing all that because he's the GM and
But a lot of times the GM is like the decision maker of the players, and they have like a president of football operations or the president of the team or something like that hire the head coach. Like they have like different hiring committees. I don't think every single time GM hires coach.
That's never always.
That's all I was saying.
So it's kind of like GM, owner, and president work
All together.
They do.
But the owner, of course, has the final say.
He's going to have the final say, but at the same point,
He's
the
often-
GM's going to kind of come to that with the selection.
Oftentimes the owner is the least knowledgeable about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like Mark Davis hired Tom Brady for a reason.
Right.
To hire, Pete Carroll.
Pete
and whoever
Carroll
else.
and the kid that he drafted in the 6th round from North Dakota State looked really good.
Here's the thing.
Quarterback.
Watching this Cowboys documentary, when Jerry Jones first bought the Cowboys, he brought Jimmy Johnson in because they won a natty in Arkansas together, which I didn't know that. And Jimmy was responsible for all the football stuff. Jerry was responsible for all the business stuff.
Right.
Jerry, what I got from it was Jimmy was fine just saying, who gives a fuck? Jerry wanted to be, I'm the owner, I make all the decisions. And then that's where it fell out. And then ever since then, it seems to be Jerry trying to continuously make the football decisions, and he should not be making football decisions whatsoever.
He's the only consistent piece from 1996 to now that has not made the NFC Championship is
Right.
Jerry Jones and the Jones family.
Two
when they
pieces.
won with Barry Switzer, it was still Jimmy Johnson's team.
Mhm.
And those guys were just at the peak of it. They went to 5 straight NFC championships, 3 out of 5 Super Bowls, and it's like, yeah, you won it, but after that year, it was just downhill from there because Barry Switzer told the players, I don't care if you don't feel good at practice, if you want to party, just show up on game day. And Troy Aikman was like, this is not how this is supposed to run.
Yeah.
No, I mean, now you could run it a million different ways, but as long
I mean,
as
but
you
the
win.
Cowboys and like the Lakers, they don't really care if they win or not. Like they have their 5 Super Bowl rings, their 17 championships. If winning comes, great. But they're worried about the money, the income and stuff. Like Jerry Jones is a $10 billion franchise, and he wants to continue to grow that more than he wants to put a ring on his finger.
Well, he says he wants to put a ring on his finger, but he doesn't do things that.
Well, he's not going to say he doesn't.
So does Dak. He says,
He kind of said it without saying it. Like he said it many ways without saying it. That he doesn't really like winning's not his top priority. Promise you, the ownership, like whether you win or not. People think that Cowboys are the laughing stock of the NFC. They're the last. Every team has made the NFC Championship in the NFC since the Cowboys have last made the NFC Championship. And all this and that. Do you know how many owners would switch places with Jerry Jones to own the Cowboys right now?
31.
All 31, because they guess what? They would go from whatever they're worth to $10 billion.
2 pieces of breaking news. Saints have named their starting quarterback for week 1.
Rattler?
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would
And
be
Hunter Renfrow was cut by the Panthers.
Oh.
That's shocking.
I don't know what happened to him because he was fantastic.
What did he take a year off for?
Drugs.
Did he take a year off or something, or was he just
Something happened where he wasn't playing,
Yeah.
but I don't know enough about him. But more interesting piece for me is the Spencer Rattler thing, considering that the Cardinals are and possibly will be, depending on where the line goes, one of my picks in my not only my Survivor contest, but my Stations contest. I think both those guys are fucking going to be terrible anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Tyler Shuck, you said coming out of the draft, you kind of liked his size and stuff. I think he's going to be terrible.
So that's the thing, though. Like, what I meant with Tyler Shugg was like, what I liked was I thought Cam Ward was the only first-round quarterback. That doesn't even necessarily mean first overall pick. That just means I think he has first-round upside.
I'm going to say it real quick. I said Jackson Dart. Even before the draft, I still stand by that. I think he is round 1 worthy as a risk.
I thought I wouldn't have taken, I don't think anybody was round 2. And I thought you have projects, and I thought the second best quarterback was Shedeur Sanders, and he's a round 3 caliber, and I thought late round 3 caliber was Jackson Dart. The next guy up was Tyler Shugg, whatever. And I thought just the fact that he was been in college for so many years, he had seen so many plays, he was 6'5", 200 something pounds, he ran a 4.6 40, he had the physical abilities to be a quarterback, that there's that like Josh Allen potential. Like, can we hone this guy's arm and everything and really in his mind and take all this stuff? Same as Riley Leonard. I thought Shugg should go like round 5 or 6, and then Riley Leonard should go round 7. And if the 6'5", heavy running quarterback, 240 pounds, athletic, good IQ, hardworking, he wants to win, can pull it together with his arm and his precision and stuff like that, then after sitting
Yeah.
behind a guy for 2-3 years, he can actually
That's
turn
the
it
whole
into something.
problem. Is the
But
Saints,
like these guys are drafting like guys, Tyler
Second
Shutt
round.
in the second round to be their hopefully their franchise quarterback. It's like, no, he's not that.
and he might not be that. If
The
you
only guy I
rush
thought that
this.
could be Cam Ward. That's the only guy I think could have been that.
Especially early on, like Cam Ward.
I think Jackson Dart went in the first round. I thought he was a third round sit behind a Russell Wilson for a year guy, but they got him in the first and still hopefully do the same thing.
I don't think you take a guy in the first round though to sit behind people.
Me neither.
The only way you would do that is if like Arch Manning, like
That's my point. That's my point.
And you're like, he might not play football again, and teams are like, I mean, like if for some reason you had like a Oklahoma City Thunder situation where like we have 4 first-round picks, it's like, well, I'm gonna throw.
Or
one.
I mean, it worked with Jordan Love.
Huh?
Worked with Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's never, but like not the Giants.
Worked with Aaron Rodgers too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's also
Worked with Patrick Mahomes.
But then you have teams like the Cleveland Browns though, where it's like you're terrible. Like the Cleveland Browns should never draft a quarterback ever.
Your problem is not going to be solved with a quarterback.
Not even that, but I'm saying is all the quarterbacks you've drafted in the last 20 years have.
You can't go 0 for 30 and go. We're not. There's no chance we go 0 for 31.
They had one.
Baker Mayfield.
Right, the guy that was half decent they actually let go, which is fucking completely ridiculous. And speaking of that, lead off with the NFC South, I guess. Let's get to the odds here. The Tampa Bay Bucs are minus 125, Atlanta Falcons plus 210, Carolina Panthers plus 360, and the New Orleans Saints are plus 1200. Both of these divisions today, the NFC South and AFC South, I don't think I would bet literally anything in those divisions.
No.
I don't know, like if let's just say for some reason Baker goes down or Penix goes down or like I don't know. I feel like all these teams here are like 9-8 between.
I hope they stay healthy, but I think there's good potential for both of those. They're both injury prone guys.
I think the 10-7 to 6-0. This could be like a situation where like a team wins it with an under 500 record.
8-9.
Right, 8-1 or something.
I actually like the Buccaneers a lot.
I do too. My only problem is like they're not in that top tier of teams.
They have a Mega Egbuka, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have Chris Godwin coming back once he's healthy. And they have Mike Evans, obviously. Who they have at tight end? Cameron Brate?
No, I don't think so. Let me look.
Their O-line's good. Bucky Irving's very fucking good. I like Baker. I like their offensive scheme. Their last 2 offensive coordinators have become head coaches because of how well their offenses have performed. Their head coach... Cade Otton. Oh, he's decent. Good too. He's good.
Decent.
Their defensive-minded head coach. I like the defense that they have too. The players that they have. They just cut that fat fuck from Florida.
I want to talk about that too.
I like the Bucs. I think they have real potential to like.
I just don't want to bet them at
They have Jamel Dean at corner.
Reddick.
Yeah, they have Benjamin Morrison at corner too.
I just don't like them.
They have Antoine Winfield Jr. at safety. Like they have good secondary, a good D line, good line. Like they have it all.
My problem is I don't want to bet them at minus 125 after.
I'm saying they have a potential to be in that NFC Championship.
You just went for them maybe being 500 to them going to the NFC Championship.
No, I was just kind of a pair. I was saying you were saying a team could be 8-9. You were saying that.
Oh, I didn't know if you were agreeing with.
I think the Bucs are a good team. I don't think they're going to be 12.
Words in his mouth.
Yeah. I don't think the Bucs are going to be 13-4, 14-3, 12-5 and dominate. Like they're a team that like loses games they should win and wins games they should lose.
That's my whole point.
They beat the Lions last year and immediately lost to the Broncos. Got blown out by the Broncos right after. That was the only team that made the playoffs that the Broncos beat last year. They lost. They were 0, I think 5 against AFC playoff teams.
Well, big shot. They're under 9.5. So.
Oh, weird. Like people are. I say that because I'm not as big on the Broncos. We'll get to that. AFC West and NFC West is next week.
Yeah.
We'll get to that then. We'll talk about we'll remain in the NFC South and AFC South for now. I like the Bucs to win that division. I do think the Falcons are scary though. Same thing with the Bucs where I just said they have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, Cade Otton, a good O-line, Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving. Depth at the running back position as well. Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are better. Michael Penix could be better. Kyle Pitts probably better than Cade Otton. Kyle Pitts has talent. Drake London, Darnell Mooney. Who else do they got there? I like who they have. Their O-line's pretty solid too. I like that offense as well.
Yeah, I just feel like you see those two teams on paper and you just know like that game week 1 is going to be 20.
The Falcons have done a lot of things defensively as well.
Let me run through here real quick. See what you think about this. Buccaneers are at the. We'll just do on the road. They're going to lose to the Falcons. So I want to see how many wins you think they get. They start at the Falcons,
So lose.
at the Texans,
Lose.
at home against the Jets,
Win.
at home against the Eagles,
Lose.
at Seattle,
Win.
at home against the Niners,
Win.
in Detroit,
Lose.
in New Orleans. I'm giving them a win there. At Patriots at home.
Win.
Okay. At the Bills.
Lose.
At the Rams. Lose.
I've given them a lot of losses, though. I don't feel like they lose all these tough
You've given them
games.
a lot of wins.
I feel like the opposite. I'll give them a
We're already
loss
at
here,
5.
though. I just feel like there's more of a chance of the Rams being hurt than the Buccaneers being hurt at that
At
point.
home against the Cardinals.
The Rams, after also have a very tough schedule outside of their. We'll get into that. Say that again.
At home against the Cardinals.
Win.
At home against the Saints.
Win.
At home against the Falcons.
Win.
In
Win.
Carolina. In Miami.
Win.
And at home against the
Win.
Panthers. You have them at 11.
I think they could go 11-6 easily.
I think they could go 11-6. I think
I think they could win a few more.
I think they could go 12-5.
Really?
Yeah.
But I also think that's the thing with them. I think they could go 9-8.
Let me try it. Let's do this one more time, and we'll see if we come out with the same thing. So lose in Atlanta, in Houston.
I gave them a loss for that.
But
I think
don't think about what you did last time. Just
okay. Actually, what I actually think is going to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
So in Atlanta, in Houston,
Loss, win, 1-1.
at home against the Jets,
Win,
at home against the Eagles,
loss,
in Seattle,
win,
at home against the 49ers.
win.
That's one where I think we're maybe fucking fighting off more than we can fuck. In Detroit,
Never heard that one before. Loss,
at home. I mean, in New Orleans,
win,
at home against the Patriots.
win.
It's another one where I'm
It's a
kind
tough
of
one.
iffy on.
It's a tough one.
In
I'm just giving you
Buffalo,
what I think. Loss,
You might be giving Vrabel too much credit.
Yeah.
in the Rams.
loss.
You're gonna. So to me, okay, hold on.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
giving Vrabel too much credit, but his talent too much credit.
Against Arizona,
Win. No,
Against
that's a game that I could see them losing. But go ahead.
against the Saints,
Win,
at home against the Falcons,
win,
in Carolina,
win,
in Miami,
win.
and at home
Win.
against the Panthers. So 12. So 11, 12. My only thing with like the Vrabel, with the Patriots situation is their coach is kind of he's okay, but he's kind of an idiot
Yeah.
in my opinion. So I think that matchup, and then I think with the talent, I think the Patriots defense is much better than the Bucs defense, and I don't think the Buccaneers that could be a 17-14 game either way. But if you're going to give me that and you're saying Vrabel versus what's his name,
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles, I mean, I don't
He
know.
makes a lot of errors. The same point, though. Baker Mayfield could put 56 points on the team.
Yeah,
This is
And the
the
thing is with the Patriots, it's not like Vrabel's going to go 17-0.
he could almost also throw 3 picks and cost you the game.
And Drake May's only in his second year. He can
Right.
do that as well.
That's what I think. I mean,
This is
right-
the secondary for the Falcons. AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, Jordan Fuller. The backup safeties, Xavier Watts, and the other corners are Mike Hughes and D. Alford. I think that's a great secondary.
Xavier Watts.
I love Xavier Watts.
I want to see what the point spread in that game would be. I feel like it's going to be a lot different.
Inside
Tampa Bay.
linebacker is Caden Ellis. His backup's JD Bertrand.
But anyway, with this division and the AFC South, I feel like with both, I wouldn't want to bet.
Don't just stay away from
I wouldn't
us.
want to put a bet on for 18 weeks.
Nope.
On those, like we talked last time with the Ravens only being minus 170, I think it was. I genuinely think the Bengals defense is horrible. Steelers won't win the division against the Ravens unless Rodgers has an MVP-like season, and the Browns might not win 5 fucking games. But this division, it's like if you told me the Falcons won it, and I'll be honest, if you told me the Panthers won it at 8-1, I'd be like, I mean, it's not like I'd be. If you told me the Browns won the AFC North, I'd be like,
I don't see the Panthers just yet, and the Saints have no fucking chance.
that's what I mean.
But yeah, I like to give you an order. I like it the way the odds have it. Bucs, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
I'm going to go with the same thing, but I do think that the Panthers could. I think one of those two teams could fall, and the Panthers could be second. But that's just based on an injury.
I'll say I think talent-wise, the best quarterback in that division is Bryce Young.
Yeah, I like Bryce Young a lot,
Yeah.
and I think
I like Baker Mayfield and Michael Penix as well.
I think it would go Baker and Bryce Young. I would take either one, and then Penix is after that, and then Rattler.
Penix can throw put a
He
ball
can.
in a fucking bucket, man.
What about you, Bill? What's your order?
I'll go Bucs. I'm going to go Panthers, Falcons, Saints.
Yeah, it really to me comes down to if you said one of the quarterbacks got hurt from one of those two teams, I'd be like, okay, the
Right.
Panthers are second, but I can't predict that that's going to happen because I'm not a fucking.
Could happen to
wizard.
Bryce.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, it could happen to Bryce Young.
Let's
thing
go to
is,
the-
He could, but they do still have Dalton back there. He could win a game or two.
Trust me, I know that.
There's another
Raiders won that
fucking
last year.
terrible division we have to talk
So
about today.
with that kid, what I don't know his name that got cut. people were saying online, because he was like 470 pounds when he came in, they told him to get down to a certain weight before they would let him practice.
Yeah, they didn't disclose the weight, but I heard he lost like 20 pounds.
And people were like, he's walking around on the sideline. I'm like, well, first of all, start running, maybe. He's like throwing a football to himself. And then second of all, they gave him a chance. I'm not saying that there weren't things they maybe could have done better as well, but at the same point, like, they clearly weren't seeing the motivation in him that they thought. Because even if he was still over the weight, and they're like, but he's really fucking trying.
Right.
Like, his body.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure if he earned it, they would have given it to him.
Right. So I think it's more on him than anything. But this is also without having much information. But at the same time, people online just jumped to that's shameful. They wanted him to lose weight, but they wouldn't let him practice, which would help him lose weight. That's not being put the fucking candy down.
Right. Yeah.
And get your fat ass running laps around the field with the fucking weights tied to your back.
If you told me,
Stop flipping the football up to yourself.
If you told me in April that I needed to lose weight, and then in 4 months later in August, I still hadn't done enough for you guys. I mean, in 4 months, if I'm 500 pounds, I could easily get to 350.
You'd have to be able to, especially if they said, you don't understand, you have the potential to make hundreds of millions of dollars, change your whole family's lineage for the next probably.
They were probably excited.
Years.
They were probably like, dude, we have one of the biggest nose tackles in the league, who's one of the most talented.
If we could cut you in half and make two of you, we'd be in great shape.
Yeah, if we could have Vita Vea next to literally a 395-pound man.
Right.
No one's running through the middle.
You know, that's the thing I don't think people...
Jordan Davis had a similar thing, too, and he's earned his keep now.
That's what I mean. People don't understand that. Like, you have the access to the best things, you know, trainers, nutrition, all this in the world. If you didn't do enough, I would say probably more than 50% it's on you, unless a bunch of players come out and say, no, the Bucs don't treat us well. Like with the Bengals, we're still practicing outside. It's like, fucking buy an indoor stadium for these guys to practice at. But
they really would have had Big X the plug at D tackle.
And that's my thing is you got to understand these teams have 53 spots that they need. The Buccaneers are in a position where they have a chance to possibly be in an NFC
Every
championship
spot counts.
game. They can't fuck around and take somebody who they might not think is serious about this. So this also, it could come out in a week that they were feeding him terribly and didn't try to help him at all.
And just calling him fatty. And they were putting cow fucking tranquilizers on him and shit, tasing him.
But I think that they gave him a chance in terms of drafting him or picking him up. And, they didn't see that he was doing enough.
They didn't draft him. They was undrafted.
I was going to say undrafted, which...
Nobody wanted him, and when he was a free agent, they signed him.
Here's how his Wikipedia starts.
Oh, God.
Fat.
Born in Plant City, Florida, Watson is one of 6 children and was the lightest at birth. Like, if you don't know anything about him and you read that, you're like, oh, that's an interesting thing.
Why would they put that in there?
Yeah. Then they show a picture of all 6 of them now.
And it looks like his weight fluctuated in college. So his freshman year, he was 440 pounds. They got him down to 400. Then he went up to 449, dropped the weight. Then he was up to 464.
See what I mean?
Down to 449. And so it's like...
You were at 400.
And he weighed in at 449 for the Bucs at the beginning, so it's like it's clearly they're probably going to get him under 400 pounds.
Probably wanted him around 350,
which isn't like a ridiculous ask.
Right? Hey, dude, we're just like, can you please be a human being that's under 400?
Can you weigh less than a fucking Fiat?
Yeah,
and then we might be able to get you on the fucking field.
He also wears number 21 to honor his brother who became disabled after suffering a stroke.
Thank you for that. I mean, this guy is just
the
a bearer of good fucking
man?
news, man.
What was that?
His younger brother.
Thanks, Bill.
Suffered a stroke as a younger man.
Yeah.
That's terrible. How does that even happen? Do we have any idea? You're a big medical fucking expert now.
I imagine
he got
was
a
probably,
vaccination.
No, I think he was I think he was probably 700 pounds himself.
Do we have any information on his weight?
We might have to cut this part. I don't want to accuse this guy of causing his own stroke.
No, I mean, well, this guy, that's his fault.
Maybe he was struck by lightning.
He gave us one sentence of the story. Tell us what happened to the kid.
That's what I'm trying to find.
But also, one other thing I want to talk about, but I don't want to. Jay Cutler will serve 4 days in jail after agreeing to a plea deal in his DUI case from October.
See.
Jay Cutler, he'll also have to pay a $350 fine, have his license revoked, and attend his DUI safety
What will he
class.
do? Go ahead.
He'll be driving a vehicle, as I imagine.
In 5 days.
Right.
Wikipedia said the kid had a stroke. This says he has cerebral palsy, which are 2 different things.
That is not a stroke.
Billy, we need you to lock in if you're going to produce
right.
this
You can't.
program.
Come on, man. That's nice that he honored his brother.
That's the main thing of the conversation here.
Right.
But the problem is this guy is giving us fucking... He had a stroke, now he's got cerebral palsy. And so, wait, you said he wore 21 because this happened when he was 21? Because then that would lead me to more believe that the stroke is the thing.
Oh, no.
hit 20.
Oh, nothing at all. The kid's fine, actually.
No, in 2017, tragedy struck family when his younger brother Dyson, 5, had a stroke.
Oh, he had a stroke at 5 and it caused cerebral palsy.
That's what I'm guessing.
5 years old?
All we're doing is guessing at this point.
What? That's vaccines.
Danny's back in on that.
He doesn't have any brothers.
Yeah, he's joking.
I was going to say, we're cutting.
You have
this
no
off.
idea what happened. What caused that?
I'm not going to say vaccines. You are.
What does it say?
It just says that
He
tragedy
had a
struck.
stroke.
It just says tragedy struck. That's all it says. Okay.
We fucking know tragedy struck.
Do you want to do AFC South right now, or do you want to talk about? We should do AFC South, and we'll talk about the
He
first.
said
of college
that
football.
he grew up basically all sugars, starches, and everything like that. Now he eats a lot of peas, a lot of beans.
Who's this? The stroke victim or the kid?
The kid. This is earlier this year.
Well, that's my whole point. Is he obviously has a body that retains stuff? It seems like a lot more than most people. But at the same point, if you know that, and you're like I said, you have a chance to change your whole family's life. Like,
I mean, he was going into college 450. He wasn't dealt a good hand as far as the parenting and weight, health, and fitness.
But at a certain point, we got to,
let's move on from that.
Pointing
kid.
the
That
finger
poor
at
fat
this
fuck.
guy. Yeah. AFC South. We got the Houston Texans plus 100 or even money, however you guys want to calculate that. Jacksonville Jags are second at plus 250. Indianapolis Colts plus 350 and Tennessee Titans plus 750. The Colts have announced Daniel Jones will be the starter. Shane Steichen did say that he thinks like he is the starter. Like he's not going to have a bad week 1 and then we're going to change this. Like we put him as a starter. He's going to be the starter all season, barring an injury, basically is what he said. First things first, what do you feel about that decision?
I mean, I think they know what they're doing. I think they probably saw that Daniel Jones was the better quarterback and went with that. So I'm not mad at that.
I'm not
when
mad
people
at
get
either.
mad, like Audric Estime just got released from the Broncos, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. I would like him to stay there, but I'm pretty sure they saw more than what we saw. So they thought we have 3-4 running backs that are better than him.
My only thing with the Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson thing was the same thing we just talked about with like a Jackson Dart is I don't know why the Colts expected this guy to come in and just he wasn't a starting NFL quarterback when he came out of college. He had the potential to be he was like a Joe Milton, but he was thrown in as the 4th pick. Like you're the franchise, and it's like, why would you think he's ready to do that?
I don't know.
He wasn't super accurate at Florida. He was super athletic and can move.
Who was it? It was Bryce Young, Stroud, then him.
Yeah, Bryce Young, Stroud, Will Anderson, and then he went.
Right, I'm talking about quarterback wise.
Right, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was like Joe Milton. Exactly. That's a perfect comparison.
picked
Where
him
it's
4th
like
overall.
his size, his speed, his arm strength. If we could hone this in and figure this out, but it's like, yeah, but that's going to take a couple years.
You don't
He's
throw him
the
into an NFL game.
he's
and
the
say,
type
"Figure it
where
out."
you should have had Joe Flacco and he should have learned and sat behind him. You should have honed his skills in, and you shouldn't have got him hurt, and you shouldn't have gotten the pressure. You shouldn't have done this. And then you should have put him in some preseason, both rookie and sophomore year, and then put him in there
and this
sometime.
year he'd be able to start.
Right.
What they should have done his rookie year, he should have played in the preseason. Flacco should have started. The next year he should have played and possibly some red zone packages for 3rd and 1s and shit. Just so you want him on the field a little bit if possible.
You remember
Also,
Jordan's Love first game that he ever played when Aaron Rodgers had like COVID or was hurt or something? He played like shit and he looked bad, but he got some reps in. And then the next year people were like, "Oh man,
But that's
Rodgers."
what I'm saying. If you put him in red zone where there's an option to pass, like you're not just like, "Hey man, we don't want you throwing the ball," but also we're not. And let's say they're 2-8 with Flacco, 2-10, 2-12. Start him last 1 or 2 games and let him play. So it's like you're getting real NFL reps, but we know that there's no expectation on this.
Sit Flacco and start Lamar. Sit Nick Foles and start Jalen Hurts. Look how those careers turned out after that.
That's my whole point.
Well, the thing is, too, his rookie year was Minshew, right?
Mm-hmm.
They almost made it to playoffs.
Yeah.
That's where I would have done, really, have Flacco 1, Minshew 2, and AR 3, but you have them dress up 4 packages. But it's like if Flacco goes down, Minshew, another veteran, goes in, rather than throwing this kid in here to the Wolves again.
That's what I mean.
And like you said, if you have a poor record, okay, you just play the last 2 games, like the Patriots did with Joe Milton, which they were just doing that to trade him.
Joe Milton's off to the best scenario so far for him.
Yeah.
He went there. He played some preseason. He played in one meaningless game where he played really well, got his confidence up. He's played some preseason. He's behind Dak. He's behind an offensive-minded head coach. He's in a pretty good system to learn, and there's no chance he's starting week 1, and he's behind a guy that could get hurt, and he could actually have to get a few games in, some meaningful minutes.
Or who could be an MVP who it's like, I need to learn from this guy.
Right.
The way he looks at it is like, if I want to be to that level,
I
have
think
to outwork that
after
guy.
this season, he'll be benefited a lot, and he'll look a lot better next year, even if he sits again.
But there's no rush for him to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Exactly.
And I think with Anthony Richardson, that was kind of what
he's
they
a
brought
ball
up,
of potential right now, and you need to open up that ball and get the kinetic energy out of it.
You got to figure out what it is. Yeah, it's all potential energy right now.
Exactly.
You know, I'm still with you. With that being said, what do you guys think? Anything on the AFC South before we pick the order?
Not too much to say about it. I do. You know what? One random little thing I think from the AFC South is I do see this being the biggest and best year of Trevor Lawrence's career.
Yep.
I've been waiting on that for him. I do think he has all the talent, and I think he actually looked really good before he got hurt last year. He started out slow, then he looked really good. A lot of drops. So, I don't know.
Can I ask you a question about that time of our lives? There was a game where the Clemson Tigers played the Louisville Cardinals, and it was Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson. And in that draft, Mitchell Trubisky went second after they both put like 35 points up, and it was like the best game of the season. Like, we've talked about it. When Alabama plays Georgia, that's where I look to see if this guy's first-round talent potential. Those two showed you what they were, and they took Trubisky second, and Lamar.
And there was still fucking Patrick Mahomes and everything else.
I'm just saying in terms of, like, just watch that.
Like, all those guys in that, and then I don't know what they saw at North Carolina from him. But, yeah. But with that being said, I still don't think the Jags overall as a team have what it takes to overcome the Texans. Texans win that division. I would like to put the Jags second, but I just don't love that team and the outlook of it. Rookie head coach. I hope he does well, but it's hard in a system like that. I'll go Titans last, Jags third, and Colts second.
Colts second?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the issue for me with the Titans is
they're a little scrappy.
Right. Well, when you have a defense that's probably top half of the league, top 10 in the league, you always have a chance.
Right.
Last year, Will Levis was literally fucking bowling footballs backwards inside the red zone.
He was just tossing it to linebackers.
No, he literally
Lamar was the year after Trubisky and Watson.
Someone else then? Well, it's Mahomes.
Here's the quarterbacks. So Trubisky went second.
Right.
Mahomes 10th. Watson 12th.
Was Dak in this one? Is 2016?
No.
2017.
Year after.
And then you don't get another one till 52nd, which is Deshaun Kaiser.
Fuck. He was so good. Well, I don't know how he went 52nd.
What the point was Lamar went 32nd in his draft. Deshaun went after Trubisky, and so did Mahomes, obviously. But I feel like when you watch those type of games, it should have been like, hey.
I mean, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I watched Deshaun Kaiser's every single game, every single throw, and I was like, this guy's not great.
He's not going to be.
So how did an NFL GM see like NFL quarterback in this guy? When I'm just a fan watching and go, no, that guy sucks.
Well,
I want him to be great. I had to be. He got some NFL money, but he is not good at quarterback.
Same thing with you watch Deshaun Watson, not only like those types of games, but he won the national championship, and you're like, no, they
against Nick Saban in Alabama. Anyway, for me, both these divisions, I feel like are just the best teams are definitely in terms of on paper. Falcons and Bucs, you could kind of flip a coin. The Texans are by and far.
I think the Texans and Bucs it's their division to lose.
I think that the Texans at plus 100 to win this division is a bet that I would make.
Right.
They have a top 5 to top 10 defense. I mean, it's always hard to say, but
I think the Texans are going to three-peat a division win, double-digit wins, division win, and a one playoff game win, and then loss in the second round.
Right.
I think they're going to three-peat that.
So I have the Texans winning this division. I think the Jags are second, and this is fully
close.
Believing that their head coach is not going to be a complete retard.
Yeah.
And he's going to help Trevor Lawrence become a decent quarterback. Colts third, Titans fourth. Just because I feel like the Colts do at least, if Daniel Jones gets hurt or plays bad, like there's another guy who can come in and keep them their heads above water. Who the fuck is the Titans' backup quarterback?
Oh my goodness!
What's his name? Will Levis just got.
They don't got Malik Willis anymore, which they should have kept. He actually looked pretty good for the.
Well,
Packers.
They've drafted 3 quarterbacks in the 4-year span, so I think that they're
just don't draft
in pretty good shape.
They have an interesting running back situation going over there in the Jags. Right now, their first string is listed. 2 players are listed: Travis Etienne and Tanks Bigsby.
Yep.
And then that Tootin kid, the fucking fast fucker, is listed as the second string. And then that LaQuint Allen Jr. is he the kid from Syracuse? Yes.
Yeah.
He's a big fucker. He's listed. They're all 4 of them. And here's the weird part about that. They had like a dynamic pass catcher, speed guy, and Travis Etienne. And they had like a big, brolic, short down guy in Tank Bigsby, and they drafted 2 more. Another system of a fast, speedy guy and a bruiser. Like now they have like speedy guy, bruiser, and backup speedy guy, backup bruiser. It's interesting.
From what I've heard, ETN, they're just not thrilled with him. Like, I mean, in terms of just how his career has.
But I think
panned
this
out.
head coach is going to use a lot of those running backs. I think he's going to use all 4 of them.
That's another hard thing with running backs in like fantasy. When people talk, like even Jahmyr Gibbs, I love him, and I think, but at a certain point, it's like I can't take a guy in the top 5, and Montgomery's taking half of his fucking touchdowns.
I think he'll take less than half. But
I hope so.
But if you go look at Jahmyr Gibbs' statistics, even with Montgomery, he's still getting like almost 20. So, and then when Montgomery left, he was getting 20 something almost.
That's
30.
my thing though, is when I'm taking a guy in the top 5, I can't have you losing 5 touchdowns a year even to another guy. Like Saquon's
they're
not
both
losing.
so good. That's
Only that
insane.
there's just gonna be a more random game or 2 or 3 where it's like, oh, Montgomery went off and needed Gibbs to go off.
Right. Or my thing too is like towards the end of the season,
like Montgomery got hurt last year, so it worked.
That's what I'm saying. It happened to work out for him. So yeah, I have Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans. Bill, you said Texans, Colts.
What do you think? I don't know if they've announced what they're going to do. What do you guys think you would do with Travis Hunter? What would you guys do with Travis Hunter?
That's so tough. It's hard to say because I haven't watched him, in practice. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, I'd fucking play him as many fucking snaps as possible on both sides of the ball.
If you trade him up,
if I drafted the second overall,
traded
for
up
a guy who was not the best receiver in the draft and like a top 5 corner, I only drafted you because you were playing both sides of the ball. So I feel like you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's like drafting a pitcher who pitches right-handed and left-handed only because of that, and then you having him pitch just right-handed.
Only, yeah.
But what the fuck did I draft you second overall for? I would play him
Or
as many
or
possible
you have Shohei
snaps.
and you only let him pitch.
Right.
Like no,
You didn't. I paid you $700 million because you do both. So I would let him play both, and just obviously monitor him and see like, okay, week 8 now he can't guard a fucking paper bag, so now we probably should slow down.
Well, my thing is
that's
like,
what you took him for.
in the NFL, the depth now is like not everybody plays every snap anymore.
Right.
I feel like
What I would probably do is I would keep him. I'd mainly focus with him on offense just because he's probably less likely to get the ball. Like on defense, he's probably going to be body banging more plays than on offense. On defense, I would maybe say put him in on certain plays or coverages or red zone or just something, wherever you think his strength is. But I would play him as much as I can on both sides.
What week do you think Montgomery got hurt in last year?
10.
what week did Montgomery get hurt in?
Yeah, 10 or not? No. Yeah, 10. Somewhere there because he was like right about to get his season.
1,000, remember, or whatever it was.
1,000 yards, and he.
Week 15.
Oh, I was fucking not even close then.
Yeah, and just real fast, Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 through 15 weeks. 15. I'm not going to round down. Okay, 15, 14, 16, 19, 10, 30, 19, 14, 11, 18, 23, 9, 16, 25. Jesus, that was the week he got hurt. Then after that, 23, 24, 43.
That's the guy I'm
Yeah.
second or third
Holy
overall.
fucking shit.
Those other ones, I'll take you at the end of the first. But I'm just saying, I can't have a guy second overall, third overall when.
I think if last year it was 50-50 when Montgomery was hurt, healthy, after coming off an injury, I think it'll at the very least be 60-40 Gibbs, though.
Yeah, but is that you're going to take that over Justin Jefferson, where you know he's going to be good, or CeeDee Lamb?
I heard he's dealing with a slight hamstring, and he's got J.J. McCarthy throwing to him, so I might. And Jordan Addison, he's probably drunk right now.
Good.
And,
I love.
I mean,
Jordan
they
Addison.
found him parked in the middle of a freeway, blackout drunk, sleeping at the wheel.
That's who I
of a
want as
Rolls
my wide
Royce.
receiver too.
After getting arrested a year prior for going 149 miles per hour.
He
on the
can do
freeway.
no wrong in my eyes.
I think he's a great fucking player.
Yeah,
that guy was great at Pitt. He was great at USC, and he's been great at Minnesota.
He's the perfect wide receiver too.
Perfect wide
Like
receiver
perfect.
too.
Like he'll take the
Especially
top
when
off
your
the
wide
defense.
receiver one is
Justin Jefferson.
the best wide receiver one.
But I'm just saying, if he was the wide receiver 2 in Tennessee, he'd be probably producing the exact
they're
same.
trying to trade for a wide receiver right now. You see who they're trying to trade for?
Who?
Adam
Jacoby Myers?
Adam Thielen.
Ew.
Well, Vikings. He's been there.
Yeah, but I mean...
He's a good wide receiver 3. I would be very happy if my wide receivers 1, 2, and 3 were Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Adam
I
Thielen.
feel like the Panthers do that though. Why wouldn't you have kept Hunter Renfrow?
With Hendrickson as well.
Right. What's the number one name that you think of, that I think when I hear wide receiver 3? He wasn't
Michael
Alex
Gallup.
Cowboy.
Wide
Michael
receiver
Gallup?
3?
No, he's a 2.
Michael Gallup?
Yeah, I would argue.
Not when CD and Mari Cooper were there.
Well, yeah, if you're playing next to Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, fucking Calvin Johnson's a wide receiver 3.
Brandon Cooks?
No.
He was? Like,
Cole
how long?
Beasley.
Oh, that
That's
guy
a
was
wide
great.
receiver 3. You don't
That's
like
like
third and
that's a
six,
slot guy, though.
3rd and 6, you forget about him.
I would
and you're,
consider
fuck, man.
because I would consider Edelman a slot receiver also.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put him outside to fucking.
Cooper Cup.
I'm just saying when I hear the word wide receiver, like if you're like, hey, you have a, like, yeah, exactly, a slot guy or a third receiver, like, listen, you're going to lose Cole Beasley on a lot of 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6s. Who's the dude on the Packers that was like that too? Randall Cobb, but there was somebody else I'm forgetting about.
Well, Beasley, Randall Cobb,
Jordy Nelson, but he was the guy.
No, but there's somebody else.
James Jones, something like that.
No, James Jones and Jordy were more outside.
Just hit my fucking heel.
You talking about a slot guy, or are you talking about a wide receiver 3?
I think to me that's the same thing.
No, Cooper Kupp is not a wide receiver 3.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I'm saying
Cooper Kupp,
the
you
third
go
best
outside.
receiver on your team is Cole Beasley. Like, that's the guy that I'm always like, that's just dude who is always there. But anyway, who's your order for the AFC South?
Texans, right?
I go Texans.
It's kind of interchangeable there in the middle, and then I think you got to go Titans last, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I'll go Colts, just because Jags have a new coach and
Yeah, could be a fucking it's more likely that's a disaster.
Dude, I don't know.
their center retired, and wasn't it something weird with hiring the guy too and shit like that?
Well, he said the Duval thing, and everyone made fun of that.
Duval.
I thought it was like Tampa Bay was trying to block it, or
Oh yeah, he's from what people have said, he's like an offensive fucking genius, and Baker Mayfield like took his huge leaps because of this guy. That's why they're hoping with Trevor Lawrence. To me, I don't know. Does that make you a head coach though? Like
that's my thing. That was like, okay, so he'd be an offensive coordinator and let the rest of the team
Yeah.
just run.
If you think he's that good, give him money to be an offensive coordinator, and then you hire like Vrabel to be the head coach.
I'm gonna give me I'm gonna put second in that division, the Titans.
So you're changing.
Yeah, on paper, I really like the Titans.
You know, I like where you're thinking because, like I said, that
thinking
defense is so good.
You know who their wide receiver 2 is? Tyler Lockett.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Tyler Lockett.
I mean,
Their O-line
barring
looks.
Will Levis being fucking crazy,
That's the whole thing.
they might have been fine last year.
Well, they had the number 1 pick, so I would say that they would have won like 2 or 3 more games.
Peter Skoronski was the 11th overall pick of the
Yeah, fine.
2023.
I'm not saying fine like they'll make the playoffs.
Right.
They would have been the worst team, but I'll go
I just think you're not going to go get Tyler Lockett
and
and
Cam
Cam
Ward.
Ward and go from the worst team in the league to a playoff.
They have Lloyd Cushenberry at center, J.C. Latham at right tackle, who they got last year in the first round. They have Skoronski, who they got first round the year prior, at guard. And I mean, their O-line looks way improved
Texans,
to me.
Jags, Titans, Colts. I think the Colts just don't. I think Steichen just.
If that
Another
happens,
guy.
he's got to be fired.
That's another guy where it's like.
Bit off
great
more than he
offensive
can
line.
fuck. Yeah.
And the Cam Ward, they've obviously took a massive upgrade. Their backup is Brandon Allen.
Twice in one year. Brandon Allen?
yeah.
Yeah, so if he goes down, they're fucked.
Oh, toast.
Pretty much.
Trevor Simeon's a third string. Like him.
all right.
Van Jefferson's terrible. I like, and defensively, I really like them. Sebastian Joseph Day, Jeffrey Simons. I like their linebacker core. Jarvis Brownlee, Xavier Woods, Amani Hooker. I like this team. I'm not mad at this team at all.
I like the coach.
I like the coach too.
With Tennessee,
Yeah,
I can't like him.
I know.
But it's not that I can't like him. I just don't want him to succeed.
He didn't fire Vrabel.
No.
They have
but,
L'Jarius Sneed.
but if he's good, then that means that the GM was right.
I like this team, man. I
That's where
forgot
my
they traded for
problem lies.
They
L'Jarius
just had the
Sneed.
first pick, so the GM clearly isn't right.
Yeah, but
because
it's a
he
rookie
drafted
head
Levis.
coach, and I get the whole deal. And that's the thing with the GM. That fucking prick wanted to blame
Joey Sly, Johnny Hecker.
He wanted to blame Vrabel.
Yeah.
You drafted Malik Willis, Will Levis, now Cam Ward, got rid of A.J. Brown, and drafted fucking Treylon Burks.
Yeah, and they
And that
released
was
him.
his replacement because he was the next A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has gone on to win a Super Bowl, and Treylon Burks is working at McDonald's.
AJ
Brown
Brown
is-
is top 5 to top 7 in the league.
Right.
Yeah.
And Mike Vrabel was like, I don't want to get rid of A.J. Brown.
There's a lot of controversy about that. Everyone, he got put at number 5 by some team and whatever, and people are mad about that because like he has a ring, he has this and has that, but the 4 ahead of him that guy ranked was Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and Amon-Ra St.
In
Brown.
terms of receivers,
I agree with that.
I
Those
would have a
4,
problem putting him at 3 though.
I would.
I don't think
Over who?
number 3 for me for sure. I think JJ and Jamar Chase are tied for
1
1.
and 2.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me for sure is Amon-Ra St. Brown,
I would say Amon-Ra and CD. And I was actually way
and
ahead of
100% number 4 is CD, and you
I
could
was-
interchange them.
I was way ahead of CD. I had CD way ahead, or Amon-Ra ahead of CD last year, I think. I think it's very close.
It's very
I
close.
think that
I think Amon-Ra's the
And I
best.
think
You
they're
could
both
argue.
better
I
than
think you
AJ
could
Brown.
argue Amon-Ra's the best overall receiver.
you're right.
He can block. He loves the block. He'll catch
Yeah.
everything. He can run every
Here's my
route.
problem with AJ Brown.
But I think AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, and CD, I'm like, I could interchange them.
The only reason I can is because AJ Brown is a fucking cocksucker when he's not getting the ball,
That's the
and
only
that
thing.
has to play. You can say all you want. I'm talking football. It's like that's a part of football,
Right.
Is you not being a piece of shit. when you're winning by 30 points and saying, yeah, we just can't throw the ball. You're up by 30 fucking
I
points.
like this guy's list. 6, he had Mike Evans. I don't think enough people do that. I agree with that.
I guess it's hard because it's probably not right the second, but I really do. Drake London is like my new Amon-Ra St. Brown, where I'm like, that guy.
5th for me, if we're talking just like everyone's healthy, everyone's good to go, Tyreek Hill.
I think we might be sleeping on Devontae Adams a little too still. I don't know what happened to him.
He's not better than Puka, though.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm big on Drake London, too. I think that guy's got all the talent in the world.
I think you just haven't seen Tay have a successful quarterback in a couple years.
But that's also his fault.
I saw a big...
He could be with Jordan Love right now and probably be... That team would possibly have beat the 49ers.
They probably don't have a wide receiver one. There's your wide receiver one.
That's my whole point. And his whole problem is he didn't have a good quarterback after Green Bay. But you left Green Bay, so you can't really cry over that.
You thought Derek Carr was an upgrade.
But he was on the Jets with Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, you know?
And he was decent, but that's the thing is he got traded over. The Jets thing, it sucks to say, but like it's hard to even count for anybody.
Here's the thing. I saw a thing.
And he still played well when he went there.
Wide receivers 31 or older going to a new team in the offseason essentially produced terribly. And I just think it's like you don't care anymore. You're not going out there as much as you were before. You've made your money.
It's also your corners are young that are covering you.
I was just about the next words on my mouth was like the guys that are guarding you are faster than you, taller than you, longer than you, all those different things. You don't run that 4-3-4-4 that you did at the 40 10 years ago anymore and all that stuff. And you're learning a new system. Like, it's just not going to pan out as well as it did. Now, he does have Matthew Stafford if he stays healthy. And he has for me, maybe the best offensive-minded coach behind Andy Reid in the league. Sean Payton, maybe. You know, Sean McVay's fantastic.
He is. And he's become a much better head coach in terms of timeouts and strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of talent there. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams. Who's his backup? Blake Corum?
Yep. Yeah, they have like 2 or 3 now.
Didn't they draft another guy?
Yeah, everyone's doing the whole just like stack a running back room. Which I'm not. I would say more though, like stack the receiver room, you know?
Oh, yeah. I get it, though. Running backs get hurt more than receivers.
Yeah, but I think when you're an offensive guy, running is more scheme than talent.
Here's the thing, though. You do need to have a good running back.
Oh, I'm not saying you don't, but you don't need 3. I'd rather have 3 solid receivers than 3 solid running backs. Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah.
You could have
4 solid receivers and just 2 running backs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying they have like Danny said, they drafted another running back decently early on, and I'm like, dude, Kyron Williams is one of the best bell cow running backs in the NFL, and then Blake Corum was probably the best running back in the country at Michigan. Like, I don't know. I mean, I would have gotten like a fucking slot guy or something.
They drafted Jarquez Hunter from Auburn.
Yeah.
He's good too.
Do you have anything else for the NFL? Because I know next week we're going to do our picks.
Nope.
And everything like that. College.
6 Super Bowl teams. 6 Super Bowl contenders. That's it.
Yeah, that's probably right. Can I guess them?
Yep. Chiefs,
Bills, Ravens.
And you have yes.
So you have 6.
Yes.
Chiefs, Bills, Ravens. I'm going to guess that's it for the AFC.
Yes.
Yeah. NFC, Lions.
Yes.
Cowboys. I'm kidding.
No.
Eagles.
Yes.
Don't listen. I'm kidding, people. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
So Lions, Eagles. I feel like you're going to do something sneaky with the 6th pick.
No.
No? Packers?
It's boring, but Commanders.
Oh, yeah.
But I have 3 teams outside that are going to make the playoffs as well, which is Bucs, and they have potential to make it as well, but I don't see them winning the Super Bowl. Is Bucs, Packers, and Vikings.
So if I came to you and said
Yeah, but you told us that you have 3 teams out in the NFC East.
That's also my next problem.
I know. It's hard when I add it up in my head.
Right. My issue is if I said
That's fair.
If I said the Niners, Packers, or Commanders won the Super Bowl, you would say the Commanders are the most likely. I feel like I just can't get there yet. Maybe I'm an asshole.
I mean, they made the NFC ship last year. The Niners have a lot of holes.
Then that's where I go back to, and don't want to.
The Packers lost a lot on defense. They didn't do anything to replace it, and Jordan Love has that thumb surgeries coming off, and they don't have a wide receiver worth shit to throw into. Besides that rookie, Matthew Golden. I'm not that big on the Packers, but I do think they have some talent, some coaching.
Who did the Commanders play in the first week of the playoffs last year? The Buccaneers?
Probably.
Like, really, to me, and I know I'm going to sound like an asshole, like...
They didn't play the Rams, Eagles, Lions.
It was the Bucs. They only really beat the Lions, and I know that's not whatever. Like, I'm not saying anything bad.
Not really. They beat the Bucs, and they beat the Lions.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Bucs aren't like... They got killed by the Eagles. Like, absolutely fucked.
mean, they beat they beat two playoff
No,
teams.
I'm not.
They beat the NFC's
I'm not saying
regular
they didn't
season
make
one
it to the
seed.
NFC Championship. I'm just saying like it's the same thing that I've argued with the Bengals. I'm like they beat the Raiders and Titans,
Right.
and then they beat the Chiefs. Like they really only won one game where I was like, damn, that team actually went out and like back in the day it was like.
I don't really know what you want them to do though.
No, I'm
besides
not.
make it
I'm
to-
just saying the only thing I'm saying when I'm saying that is I don't think they were a top 4 team in the NFL. I just think that they beat the Bucs and then the Lions fucked around and let them. The Lions wanted to say, hey, yeah, we can fucking do these trick plays.
Who do you think was a top 4 team in the NFL? Who was the top 3 teams in the NFC outside of them?
Well,
I think the Rams were better than the Commanders last year.
So do I. The Rams.
What do you think the Lions were? They beat the Lions.
But the Lions were healthy, yes.
No, I'm just saying, listen, he's
Fair.
right. The Lions, they beat the Lions. No one can dismount that.
Again, though,
I think the
playoffs
Bills,
are about
Chiefs,
health as
Ravens
well.
would have all beat them in the
Hutchinson
Super
was out. A lot of guys were out.
I think the Bills, Chiefs, Ravens all would have beat them in the Super Bowl. They got killed by the Eagles, and then the Rams played the Eagles.
I don't know if the Ravens would because is their quarterback going to show up? I know the Commanders' quarterback showed up very well throughout
Ravens
the
should not
playoffs.
be mentioned in the name with Bills.
I almost wanted to take them out. I think outside of the Commanders, Eagles, and Lions, the fourth team I would put there is the Vikings.
Are you in on the Ravens because of Harbaugh and the defense, or because of the quarterback?
Overall team.
Just the team in general.
Because
I think if Lamar plays par,
yeah,
just shoots even, they could win a Super Bowl.
All he's had to do to win a Super Bowl this far, like for a couple years, is be good, and he's been bad.
maybe make one or two plays here. But my thing is I haven't seen that. Like Josh Allen has made plays with his feet, made plays with his arm. Patrick Mahomes, like 3rd and 8, he's getting the first down with his feet. Lamar, it's like he hasn't even had like a huge rushing game. He hasn't really had just any sort of like standout game.
His touchdown to turnover ratio is even.
That's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't even been that. But that's not.
Well, Josh Allen's is 4-1.
That's not playing average though.
Some
for a
things are
quarterback.
hard to transfer into the playoff football, like running quarterbacks. No running quarterback that has rushed for over 500 yards in a regular season has ever won a Super Bowl.
Right. I'm just saying. My whole point going back to that was, which Jaden Daniels probably will be one of those guys too.
Josh Allen.
Yeah. And that's my thing is I don't think he's gonna. I just think last year with them beating the Lions, it was like that was their big game that they won. But then when they played the Eagles, that you looked and were like, that team should.
But you say Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is actually like a precision passer with a great arm, and it throws a beautiful deep ball.
Yeah, so is Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Lamar's not.
Those guys aren't.
No, of course. No. Yeah, no.
Lamar's more of the Cam Newton, Michael Vick tier.
Yes. Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
Where like he's not that accurate, but can he run? Donovan McNabb, and all these different things. Like he's turnover potential. He's not the greatest in the playoffs, but he has a dynamic that you can't whatever. And then in playoffs,
he's
it's
not
like,
a quarterback first.
No,
is the problem.
Jaden Daniels is.
Josh Allen is.
Yeah, I think
Josh Allen to me is to a fault sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes like, dude, just put your fucking head down and go.
But that also goes into the play calling, where I feel like they're like, we know he can sling it, and it's like, how about you just
Not
have him
even
be
that,
6'6" and run this guy the fuck?
Maybe I just think
Mahomes-
everyone's my height when I was drunk, but when I saw him, he was like 6'1", I thought.
The same
Yeah,
though with Mahomes
they always
is
do that though. He's probably like
improvisation.
6'5".
Like Mahomes is I would not say he's a running quarterback, but he's elusive, and you'll see there where it's like, oh, he just ran for 15 yards.
You have
right
to
there.
watch his.
I looked broad
foot.
in that shirt I was wearing. You think he thought like a good odd guy?
He probably thought
He
that was
thought,
cool.
like,
That guy was nice. And then now he's like, oh, cool. Now there's gonna be 45 other people who say hello to me.
Yeah, he probably was pissed because no one noticed him. I mean, he had to walk right by Ryan.
Well, when
He
you
was
drink
blackout drunk.
14 twisted
Yeah.
teas and have 8 shots.
dick
of
was
Jack
out of his
Daniels
zipper,
and
so-
throw up before you.
I
went to
literally
the
was like,
club.
Josh Allen,
You know what I would have done?
you would have gone on your knees and sucked his cock.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
The best thing that could happen to
He
me.
shook
in
me
my life
up.
is
I
him-
touched that hand that threw all those touchdowns.
The best thing that could happen to me in my life is Josh Allen ejaculates in my mouth.
It's hard to know based off. Oh my god! It's hard to know based off 5 seconds of talking to him, but he seemed like a really cool dude.
Oh, he's awesome. Have
He
you seen
seemed
the
awesome.
videos of him like golfing and drinking
Yeah.
and stuff? But my only
Seemed like a dude. I like when people are just like, bro, most like all this all celebrity and like try to be like. I'm a big Joe Burrow guy, but he seems like he's kind of like he's in on on his aura. Like he's in on it.
he does.
You
for
know,
sure. That's
Josh
another reason
Allen
I
is just like a fucking dude from the country, whatever.
Yeah.
He's
But
just a
Josh
dude, bro.
Like I feel like Josh Allen will show up and just wear like Joe Burrow's like wants like Jamar Chase to be like, no, that's my white boy who's like my like he could
Right.
be come to the barbecue. Josh Allen would be like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking
What the
about.
fuck are you talking about?
I'm just
you
here to-
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
um,
I don't know how we got into this. My only because you said Commanders, but my whole thing is
I don't trust Dan Quinn either.
I'm just
he's
saying
been there before.
it reminded me of the Bengals of that year where it's like they beat the Raiders on a 4th and goal stop. Like they beat them by 3. They beat the Titans on a game where I think Ryan Tannehill threw 3 or 4 picks. And then they went into the Chiefs, and Andy Reid fucked around like the Lions did with the. It literally reminds me of that same.
The Titans had like 59 injured. They were the most injured team in NFL that year.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like they beat teams that it's like, I mean, fuck, I don't know. And then the Eagles played the Commanders and fucking kicked their face in. Like, they were
But Joe
beating the
Burrow and
fuck
Patrick
out of them.
Mahomes, here's the thing. Those are the two guys I would put above everyone else in the NFL that have something. They have that thing.
I was just gonna say, you get into a game with them, and it's like,
You even look at their numbers and you're like, he didn't even play well, but it's like he did something to get the win today.
Yeah, because you
don't know what it is, but they're winners. Like he did something to get the win today. Like Tom Brady had that. Doesn't matter what you see when you look at their number. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the game, you look at this, you go, God damn! When he got that
there's
ball,
so much in football where it's like,
and remember, Eric McPherson was perfect from field goal and everything like that.
he didn't miss a kick. That's what I'm there. That was literally a lightning in a bottle type of
The
situation.
thing is that could be your window where it's losing the Super Bowl, and your window. Like I think the Lions' window is, if it's not closing, this is the last year.
But also with the Bengals, as much as their window is, like they went back to the AFC Championship and they got robbed of a win. Like I really think the refs robbed
That's
them.
the other part too. Is once you're in those games, if you have a guy like Joe Burrow, like I don't think Lamar. Clearly, he hasn't learned from how to losing these games. Joe Burrow, like he is one of those guys where I think he's like in this situation. If we would have done this, like the Bills, Sean McDermott, he hasn't learned a fucking thing.
No, Sean McDermott's the guy who hasn't learned, but I do think that Billy Beane has done everything he can.
Oh yeah,
defensively.
Billy Beane, Brandon Beane.
Who's Billy Beane? The guy from the Oakland A's.
I don't know who that is.
Right?
I think so.
From the Moneyball. But I do think he's done everything he done on the defensive end of the ball. They had 7 draft picks and they drafted 6 defenders. And people are like, why do you need a wide receiver? He's like, we scored 30 points 8 straight games in a row. Offense is not the problem.
No,
we had 27 or whatever it was in the NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game, and lost. Offense is not the problem. We have Josh Allen. Fuck off.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter who you have around.
Coaching's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Coaching, he's the problem. Sean McDermott. If Billy Beane, I'm gonna keep calling Billy Beane. Up to him. The best thing he could have done was shoot Sean McDermott. Yeah. And Benny Beane. On defense, he needed to improve it, and I think they have improved it. They got Tre'Davious White back. They got that rookie corner. He just got hurt his knee, but whatever. I think this is the year. Joey Bosa. I think this is the year that they finally pull it together.
Yeah. Here's the issue, though. All that running Josh Allen does, this broken arm, hurt shoulder.
You got to look at their D line, man.
Hurt shoulder,
broken
high
hand.
sprain, high ankle sprain.
Is he going to be healthy again?
That's my whole thing. Is you've
It all has to happen.
you
at
haven't
once.
lost yet because of like fuck he got hurt.
On either end, they have Gregory Rousseau and Joey Bosa, and in the middle they have Daquan Jones and Ed Oliver.
My
Josie
only
Bosa
problem
injury
with
prone?
Joey Bosa is he will be, but in week 8 it'll be like man.
You know who their 3 backups are? Their 2025 second round pick, their 2025 third round pick, and their 2025 fourth round pick.
Somebody's got to step up then. But no, I said it last year. I thought that, and the year before.
You know who their starting quarterback is? Their 2025 first round pick.
Yeah, I mean they just have to.
I love that draft.
They're that team though, where it's like you've lost to this team. What is it, 4 times now in the playoffs? At some point, like this has got to flip. But like I said, there's the other end of it where it's like you haven't had any injuries to Josh Allen yet. Knock on wood.
James Cook.
You haven't had any injuries to your quarterback, who's literally the leader of the ship here.
I like Taylor Rapp at from the Rams that they got at safety. Cole Bishop was their second round pick. I don't know much about him, but Matt Milano at linebacker. On paper, I love this fucking defense.
Yeah. And they're going to, win 10, 11 games. I don't think it matters if they're in Arrowhead or in Buffalo. It's just going to come down to whether Sean McDermott has shit running down his leg during the playoff game or if he doesn't. And on the flip side of that, I could say maybe they play the Chiefs and Joey Bosa picks up Mahomes and slams him on his head and he knocks him unconscious. Like that hasn't happened either.
Would you give a guy a bonus for that?
100%. If I was the Buffalo Bills and we were playing the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, I would 100% say if one of you is the reason Patrick Mahomes is knocked out of this game, you will get a $50,000.
Oh, I would say to the linebackers and everything like that, if Travis Kelce goes through the middle and he can't read anymore after you hit him, I'm cool with that.
I would say this. I will give
life.
you $50,000 if we win this game, and if we win the Super Bowl, I will give you $500,000.
Right.
Or I would say I'll give you $50,000 for the rest of your life, a year.
That too.
Whatever you
I'll
want.
let you pick.
Like the Saints, that bounty gate, it's like they want a Super Bowl.
I don't give a fuck. My job here as a GM is to win a Super Bowl, and especially the way we've lost in these playoffs, I just need to get one. And then for Josh Allen, it's like if you win one Super Bowl as your quarterback, it puts you in another whatever. If they don't win a Super Bowl with that guy as their quarterback, that is a complete failure.
And the thing is, as great as he is, we've all watched him 20, 30 years from now. If he doesn't have a Super Bowl, that's a stain on his
That's
resume.
the first thing they're going to say is, well, yeah, Patrick Mahomes bent him over and fucked him in his
Like
ass.
there's not 53-man rosters, you know.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, though, you do have to be up by more than one possession at the end of the game if you want to beat him.
Oh, if you're up by 7, even 8, I would say, they're getting that 2-point conversion.
Like you know the pass that Josh Allen threw on that 4th down
to
and
Dalton Kincaid.
and he dropped it and whatever and it's this and that. Like Mahomes isn't even in that 4th down position to throw up that prayer like that. Like he's just that much better.
No, or he throws it and he throws a dot like Allen did,
And
Travis Kelce is catching it.
That's the whole thing.
True.
It comes down to who made the play and who didn't.
That's the thing is Josh Allen to Patrick Mahomes, the talent discrepancy isn't that gigantic. Patrick Mahomes is better, but it's just one of those where Travis Kelce, Dalton Kincaid's a talented guy, but it's just Travis Kelce's a Hall of Fame, one of the top 3 to 4
Wide receiver
tight ends of all
core for
time.
the Chiefs last year, I would say, was worse even than the
I
Bills.
agree,
And
especially after they got Amari.
But like he said, Mahomes has that thing. You could roll that guy out on a basketball court, on a baseball field, and you're like, "This, I can't get him out."
Yeah,
It's the
What
ninth
is it?
inning, and
Like,
he's up
what
to
is
bat,
it?
and he's making a play. The issue is he has Travis Kelce is also that same guy. Like
right, he has
they
two
don't
of them.
have a guy on the Bills where it's like
I think
you
now
know that guy on
I
third
think
down is
now
going to get open.
I think now McDermott's not that guy and Andy Reid is that guy and Steve
Right.
Spagnuolo is that guy.
Well, that's the whole thing too.
Zags is that guy for sure.
That's my
Andy
whole
Reid
thing.
is obviously.
That's
the
why
other
they
thing,
have
too.
like a Drew Tranquil because he's like just like make every tackle guy.
They're catching up to the Bills where it's like we know, like they know what each other is going to do. So that's the whole thing is you haven't improved in the Bills side at all. That's why I'm not confident they could beat the Chiefs because it's like what have you done? Yeah, you signed these players, but when your coach is calling timeouts in the second quarter, he's going for 2 when it's a 1. Like this guy's literally freaking out over here.
And the thing is too, he's calling timeouts. Joe Brady's calling the same quarterback sneak for 4th and 1. There's no creativity, and it's like
That's what I'm saying. They're not doing
Cook,
anything.
I like a lot. You guys didn't use them.
The fake punt to DeMar Hamlin should have been everyone on that staff should have been fired.
Now your wide
Gone.
receiver 1 is Keon Coleman, who I liked. But he was better as a wide receiver 2 when they got Amari. We saw him open up.
I think they'll make a move for a receiver probably, but then
Another slot guy I'm absolutely a massive fan of.
yeah, they're not wearing shoes and all that. He's a dog.
That is Matt Collins.
Oh, even better. College football.
Yep.
Don't
Make this
love
one quick.
don't love that they do this, but 9 a.m. Yeah, it's only a couple games we're going to talk about. 9 a.m. Texas and Ohio State.
Great fucking opening weekend for college football. 3 top 10 games. There's
And
6 teams in the top 10 playing.
And you
against
know the
each
thing about this Texas-Ohio State game in the grand scheme of the season? It doesn't matter at all.
other.
It's not a conference
Yeah,
game.
we were talking about that.
It's not a conference game. Like it
Uncle
doesn't
Al was
matter.
like, if they lose this game, they might be fucked. I'm like, no,
You're
they're
not.
not.
Who?
Texas or Ohio
Either
State.
one. He was talking about Ohio State. I was like, no, they're not.
It's not a conference game.
They could still lose another conference game.
It
and
is
be
a
fine.
conference game. There's 12 teams are going.
Yeah.
Ohio State lost to
Well, I guess I should have prefaced that for the top 4 seeds.
Ohio State lost to the
that
two,
doesn't matter.
Ohio-
For the playoff, yeah, they'll be fine.
Ohio State lost to the best team they played all regular season, and they lost to their biggest rival in Michigan at home in the final game. Still made the playoffs and still won the Natty. So
This year, still top 4 of the conference champion winners.
No,
It's just top 4.
I think it's just top 4.
I hope so. I don't even care at this point.
I think it's, yeah, they did something different where now Notre Dame can get a bye. So I know that because obviously we're Notre Dame fans. What do you think about this game? Texas has Arch Manning with his first, he's the guy for the season. Go ahead, Bill.
The shift in rule of the bye policy is from the highest ranked conference champions to the overall top 4 seeded teams.
Yes.
But they still guarantee auto bids for the top 5 conference champions.
Auto bids,
Yeah,
but they're not top 4 cemented.
No.
that doesn't mean you're top 4.
So you can win the ACC at 8-4 doesn't make you a fucking top 4
You
team.
just finished. Yeah, you're
I agree.
guaranteed a
I
playoff
don't
spot.
understand how the first year they didn't think this is going to be a problem. Yeah, they're going to have Arizona State.
least they're making changes.
Of course. Texas, Ohio State. Ohio State's got a true freshman coming in starting. They have an insane receiver room. Texas has Arch Manning started in this first game. Texas is number 1, Ohio State's number 3, and Ohio State's favored. I get because they're home, but, that seems a little off.
Yeah.
What do you think of the game, and who do you have winning it? A guy at my work came into me. I'm sorry, I just asked you a question. And he's like, craziest thing I've seen is Texas being underdogs. And I was like, oh, yeah, why do you say that? I look, and he has a Texas shirt on and a Texas hat. And I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't really want to hear the rest of this opinion.
Right.
Because, well, of course you're going to say that.
Mate, I have a feeling it's biased.
Right. And he was like, no, man, I mean.
No bias at all.
He literally, and I was like, you know that they're in Ohio State, though. Like, they're playing, at the Horseshoe. He's like, yeah, but Arch Manning's got some college, whatever, experience. And
I was going to use that point. I mean,
Ryan
Ohio
Day's
State
experience winning a national
Ohio
championship.
State just named their starting quarterback.
Right.
They know who their starting quarterback going into the season was as soon as fucking Quinn Ewers declared for the draft. I mean,
They
even
tossed
before
that
that.
ball back, and the fucking Ohio State guy ran it fucking for a touchdown.
Mhm.
That's what I mean.
And I think they have had a massive upgrade from Ewers to Arch Manning. I I like both these coaches. I like Sarkisian. I like Ryan Day. Didn't really love Ryan Day going into last year, but hell, he proved me wrong. They also lost their OCDC. Sarkisian's like the play caller, the guy who draws it up, and he could drop some really fucking nifty plays and really good offenses. Watch some of his plays that you'll probably see him in this game. He'll bring them out. He draws up some great plays. I've seen a couple plays that he draws up. Watch for this. Andy Reid will steal direct plays from Sarkisian, which isn't like, I'm not great by Andy Reid.
You're stupid if you don't.
I've seen Texas run a play on Saturday, and Andy Reid ran that play on Sunday.
Yep. Which shows you he's watching.
Right.
Which is what you should be doing.
Brad Stevens said he did. They're talking about his out of timeout plays. He goes, I just watch everybody and steal the best stuff.
Wow,
why would you not do
that's
that?
a
You don't have
crazy
to.
concept.
Weird how that could be the best
It's because
coach.
the ego of the people are like,
Exactly.
I'm
going to come up with my own
I'll
play.
come up with something
Shit,
better.
throw up your own twist on it if you want to and make it a better play if you can.
But you know what the best part about the play is? Is it gets me points at the end of it. I don't care
But
who's
Texas,
fucking play it
like,
is.
dude, that I really think that corner who went to Denver is a fucking talent.
Yep.
Losing him hurts, but I think they have a freshman that everyone talks about. That he's a sophomore now that like could be better. So anyway, I like Texas on both ends. Ohio State lost a lot of guys, a lot of players. Their starting quarterback, their starting running back. The main guy that they kept though is that wide receiver Jamison Smith, who is unfucking believable. Yeah, I like Texas in this.
Texas to take it. The total is 47.5, and Ohio State's favored by 2.5. So
Texas with the points, obviously, but
Right.
money line straight.
okay, over under. Any thoughts on that?
I'm gonna go under.
I think under too.
Oh.
Bill, any thoughts on that game? Texas Ohio State. The problem is I mean I know Arch Manning's pretty good. This kid from Ohio State.
I don't know
can
the
come out.
Ohio State quarterback.
Be the best quarterback
I do know
of all
Ohio
time.
State probably has the most talented team in all of college football, though.
So these two teams probably spent more money on their rosters than anybody else in college
Yeah.
football.
Right behind Alpine State.
Yeah.
I heard they put a lot in there.
I think Texas does have the number one.
Probably.
Spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, especially in Texas.
Last year it was Ohio State.
This is in Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually Oregon.
I can't see Ohio State losing at home.
That's my whole problem.
Oh, Michigan came in there last year and smacked their dicks around them.
Yeah.
They just named true freshman as a quarterback, first time in like 50 years.
I will say I think the quarterback disparity that I kind of see.
Yeah, but Michigan, how many of Michigan's coaching staff were on the Ohio State sideline?
That you also have to factor that into play.
I'm fine with that as well, though.
So am I.
I want Notre Dame to do it.
I do also.
Oh, no. This was last year that Michigan went into their home.
How many? I would.
I don't think they were.
I still think that they had somebody there.
Okay.
John Harbaugh with a mustache taped to his face.
Right.
And yeah, I said John because his brother's Jim. I know that. It's not the wrong guy. I'm going to take Texas also.
Yeah.
You're on Ohio State. That's good,
No,
though.
I know Texas.
Well, now we're all going to be assholes.
Did you see the fake post about Kate Klubnik being in a car accident? Who the fuck would do that?
Yeah.
What the
Kate
fuck
Klubnik.
was that about?
No, people are sick, man. I'm telling you. Like,
They said Kate
I'm
Klubnik
about
was in a
cheating
car
to
accident
win.
and rushed to the hospital. And I was like, oh my god! Like I'm a Clemson almost hater. Fuck Dabo Sweeney and shit. But I don't think Kate Klubnik's good. But I was like, dude, I hope that's not true. And it was all fake. His mom was like, that's not true. Kate's fine.
That's just terrible.
And I'm like, who the fuck would do that?
And that's the thing.
Kid's like 22.
People will watch this and be like, oh, earlier you made a joke about this. It's like, no, I'll say things about people like, the guy's retarded or something. But like, I would never say like, I wouldn't go on and make up a lie that Cade Klubnik died
Right.
or got in a terrible car accident. I mean, that's a little far. But we have said we hope Brian Kelly dies. But that's for different reasons. You have to
You didn't
understand.
report it though.
Right.
Brian Kelly murdered someone.
So we all have Texas there. One thing I do like this week, I like Alabama minus 13.5 at Florida State.
I like that as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then one thing I'm going to throw in too, North Dakota goes into Kansas State. Kansas State obviously lost to Iowa State by 3 in Dublin. They were slipping all over the field. It was raining. Kansas State's minus 25.5 against North Dakota, not North Dakota State. I like Kansas State because I feel like that FBS, like they're going to, you know what I mean? You're 0-1. This is almost like a tune-up game for the rest of your season. Like they might come in and beat the fucking brakes off of North Dakota.
Best bet of the week for me in college football, and I don't bet my own team, and I'm not going to bet it myself, so do what you want, but Notre Dame minus 2.5. They're going to cover that.
Before we get there, LSU and Clemson on Saturday. At Clemson's minus 3.5.
I don't think I hate any coaches more than these two.
Right. I would literally agree.
Right.
I don't actually even hate Ryan Day. I like Ryan Day.
I don't
Even though they
dislike
beat
Ryan
us,
Day. I
right?
loved what he said about preparing for a 16-game season.
I think-
As soon as he said that going into the Notre Dame game, I was like, I think we lost.
I think he's been overrated because he just coached at Ohio State, but now once you win a natty, I mean, you can't be
Right.
much.
Nothing.
Very
What else
over-
do you want from the
And he coached
people
the
were
game
like,
well.
get this guy out of here. He hasn't. When are we going to win? And then they won. So fuck
Yeah.
off.
I just like Ryan Day as a rival, not as he's a bad coach.
No, I don't mind Ryan Day at
but
all.
I
Bad
like
human,
him. But
yeah.
Brian Kelly and Dabo Swinney, I do hate.
Right, I do hope bad things happen to them.
But I do think.
That would be good if those two were driving to the stadium and had a head-on collision.
Okay, we just said that we weren't going to do that.
He didn't report it though.
I think Clemson's going to win this game because I think Dabo Swinney loses games where it's like
It's in Clemson. That's a hard place to play.
right teams that are equal to or possibly better than Dabo. He has beaten and shit. Brian Kelly doesn't do that.
I think
He's going to
Clemson
be choking Nussmeier on the
exactly.
side of the
I can't
fucking
wait.
field.
I can't wait for the post game
What's Brian Kelly's overall record versus top 5 teams?
Let me take a look while you talk.
Because it's horrible, and this is another top 5 team he's facing here. Number 4 Clemson. He's going into Clemson. That's a tough place to play. Clemson, I do believe, is more talented. I think they have like the most 5 stars. They have both quarterbacks are supposed to be first-round quarterbacks. Apparently, I do like the LSU quarterback. That's where the kid from Michigan, the true freshman that's starting, was committed. He flipped to Michigan after he got a fuckload of money. Garrett Nussmeier, I think, is good. I think he'll show up. But Brian Kelly will choke a little bit more than Dabo Swinney, and I think Clemson wins it.
So Kelly as Notre Dame's head coach versus top 5 teams. He's played 7 games.
1-6.
1-6.
And the one win was against Trevor Lawrence's backup, DJ Ogulelaya.
Listen, I can give you versus the top 25. He's 35-37.
Yeah.
So he has a losing record against the top 25.
And at LSU, he's 4-8.
He's terrible.
I'll tell you what he'll do though. He'll blame everybody else but himself after that game.
Oh, it'll be like,
we got to fucking stay disciplined. It's like, you're the coach, dumbass. None of your teams have ever been disciplined.
Called 2 timeouts in the first quarter.
Maybe your coaching style isn't what helps winning. But that's the thing is, it's the same thing that we talked about with coaches not stealing plays. He probably has this ego like, I went to Cincinnati and made them a winning program. It's like, you didn't win anything, though. You won 10 games.
He won a national championship in D2.
I think he's just a good recruiter.
Yeah, exactly. But then when it comes to coaching the game.
I can't imagine, though, watching this guy and being like, I want to play for that asshole.
Right.
That's what I think, too, but you're not a 17-year-old kid.
You guys, and it's like, I have Ryan Day over here.
Marcus
Obviously,
Freeman.
I'm biased. Marcus Freeman over there, but it's like...
Even Lincoln Riley. That guy sounds like I tried to play for.
I can't imagine wanting to play for anyone more than Marcus Freeman.
Right now, yeah. But LSU Clemson, I think Clemson's another great bet, money line. I know it'll be like minus 160. But at home, against a coach who's proven he can't win, with a coach who's won a national title, with a quarterback who's been there, like Clubding has been their starter. It's not like it's a new QB. We're all 3 taking Clemson, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get into it.
Before this game, they want to say the last 6 games Notre Dame's played at Miami.
0-6.
They're 0-6 straight up and 0-6 against the spread.
It's a whole different team.
What a better time to turn it around.
When was the last time they played at Miami?
That's what I'm saying.
2016?
November 11th, 2017.
I was right.
Nobody from that team is on this team.
Everett Golson?
We lost 41-8.
Yeah, we were number 1, I think, right, or something. And
we were 8. We had 1 loss going into it.
We were number like 2 or 3, I think, and they were like number 5 or 6.
It was Brandon Wimbush and Ian
Wimbush. Wimbush, what a guy that guy was. What are you looking at, Dan?
I'm looking at what a parlay would be.
No, here we go.
For those three
Dan's
picks.
football parlays are fucking back in action.
That's right, baby.
I mean, our second wide receiver behind Chase. First of all, Chase Claypool was our wide receiver 1. Was St. Brown.
Yeah,
if you go with who we all 3 picked, right? Clemson, Texas, Notre Dame, you're plus 450.
Money line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are all favorites, right? No, Texas is an underdog.
Yep.
Slight underdog.
Plus 105.
But yeah, real quickly, let's knock out Miami, Notre Dame. I mean, I just can't picture a world where we go in and lose this game. Like, I don't see, and I'm, knock on wood. I guess there is a way. CJ Carr is fucking terrible. But other than that, I don't really see a way that they're not going to dominate us in the trenches, I don't think. They're not going to outcoach us.
They have a good D-line. I think it's definitely an under game, by the way.
That's also my
Carson Beck sucks a big fat wiener. He's not going to do anything.
But I'm taking Notre Dame. I actually could see this being like a 31 to 14 game.
I more than likely see it being like a 17 to 10 game.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Really under.
I guess, yeah, with the... Just because CJ Carr's brand
like
new.
a new, not a freshman, but a new quarterback in his first ever game being in another stadium against a top 10 team.
My problem is
and then
Miami
Carson
doesn't
Beck
have
is
a
just
crowd like that.
And
it
Carson,
might be more Notre Dame fans.
Right, but Carson Beck is also bad at football, so I think the same with a defensive-minded head coach, a DC head coach, and whatnot. Now, I know they have a new DC there. We'll see how that works out, but they have all the talent in the world on the defensive end. Do wish we kept Riley Mills.
Yeah.
Back up for the Seahawks.
You got anything, Bill?
Notre Dame, I think that we're actually going to be better at the beginning of this year than we were at the end of last year, strictly because of health. If you don't remember,
Hope
our
so.
O-line was beat up. It's like going to this game fully healthy O-line, fully healthy D-line.
D-line was destroyed.
D-line was
O-line was
destroyed.
beat the fuck up.
So it's like, you could say what you want about this kid seems to have the kind of that it factor mentally, and it's like the running backs didn't change, the wide receivers got better, the O-line's healthy, the D-line's healthy. Leonard Moore's top 5 corner in the nation, and I think the defensive backs are studs.
I'm going to state this right now. If CJ Carr throws for 300-plus passing yards and we win this game, I will get a tattoo.
Okay.
Some sort of Notre Dame tattoo.
All right.
I don't even care what happens the rest of this. If he comes out and just fucking and everyone's like, just 300. If he throws for 300 yards and we win this game, there's going to be talk like, what did they just get at quarterback?
Right. Wait a minute. They have the future fucking Joe Montana.
So,
they have Joe Montana again.
300 yards and we win the game. I don't even care about touchdowns. He could throw 5 picks. If we win that game and he throws for over 300 yards, I will get a tattoo.
All right.
By the end of the season.
Cool.
Okay,
Because I got to find
I'll hold you to it.
Anything else from you before we get out of here?
I have some quick trivia if you want to.
400 yards and 2 touchdowns, and I'll join Eric.
You're a pussy. You have no fucking heart.
Okay.
400 yards and
150 plus rushing yards and a rushing touchdown from Jeremiah Love.
1,000 yards passing.
Yeah. If we put up 65 plus points.
Yeah.
Okay, go
He
ahead.
beats Riley Leonard's record.
Okay, I'm not sure how to word this.
With shocker.
Yeah. Well, that's a first for Bill.
Most 3-time touchdown passes 14 years in a row for 6 players. What?
Okay, in the decade of the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s,
Okay.
give me the quarterback of each decade with the most wins.
Joe Montana in the 90s.
No.
Why'd you say that? No, like that.
Joe Montana.
Do you know when Joe Montana played?
The 80s.
Joe Montana is 100 years old.
He retired in 94.
I thought he would get a lot of wins from 90 to 94.
No, you did not. You were wrong completely.
Jeez. Cut that.
Is it a Cowboy?
Troy Aikman.
It's Troy Aikman.
Dude, you are a complete idiot.
He had 90 wins in the 90s.
Tom Brady.
Tom
for
Brady's
both.
in 2010s.
He's not the 2000s.
No, I know who the 2000s is, but I want to let this retard figure it out.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. I mean, you're a fucking moron.
Sorry, dude.
Turn off Game of Thrones and put on some fucking
What,
NFL Red Zone.
Roger Staubach for the fucking 2000s.
2000s?
Who has the most wins in the 80s?
Mike Ditka.
I don't have the 80s.
Oh, sorry.
So Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman's in the 90s.
You guys act like he retired in 1978.
We both knew right away that guy did not play.
You know what
I think he
team he
played at
retired
Notre
with?
Dame on the 70s.
Yeah, he did.
Right. So how would he have...
I thought he had a 20-year NFL career.
24 years in the NFL?
Yeah.
In the 80s? Well, through the 70s and 80s.
What's the fucking next question?
No, we didn't get the 2000s yet, retard.
Oh, I thought you said it was Brett Favre.
No.
Oh.
Brett Favre.
Why couldn't it be Brett Favre?
Because there's another guy who's won a lot of games in the 2000s.
Top 5 quarterback of all time.
Oh, Peyton Manning?
Yep,
Manning,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Aikman won 90 and in the 90s. Manning won 150.
Do you have the top
2000s.
5 or something in the 2000s or anything?
No, and Brady won 100.
I can guarantee Brett Favre is in the top 3.
I guarantee he was in the top 100.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Brady, Manning, and Favre, I would say.
I would
I
say...
would not be shocked at that.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I would say Ben Roethlisberger might have something to say about that.
When was he drafted?
Like 2003.
right?
Brett Favre was played the whole entire decade.
But he wasn't... I mean, he had a couple years there where I don't think that they were... And also, I think Rodgers took over in like 08 or 07.
Yeah, and he went to the Vikings
Went to the Jets.
and the
where
Vikings.
They sucked cock.
Still played.
And then the
Still
Vikings.
shot it.
Yeah. I'll look. Are you looking that up, Bill, or are you going to go to the next trivia?
They're just giving you too much shit right now for me to find it. Okay. Only 3 coaches in history have won both a college national championship and an NFL Super Bowl. Who are they?
Jimmy
Pete-
Johnson. Who'd
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll and Jimmy
I didn't want to
Johnson.
jump in and interrupt him.
Pete Carroll and Jimmy Johnson.
Brett Favre was second. I don't know how that took you, what you got asked, but...
Yeah.
So good job.
Fuck you. You made it sound like it was ridiculous. Guy's literally second.
Well, you said Joe Montana in the fucking 90s.
He was probably third.
I said Joe Montana.
It's an old coach, huh?
No, so we have Pete Carroll, we have Jimmy Johnson, and then the other person to win a Natty and a Super Bowl. Well, it's going to be Bill Belichick after this year, so we could actually add him to the list.
He doesn't like that.
No, I'm thinking.
I also like North Carolina against TCU this weekend. I think I said that last week. Underdog at home. Bill Belichick's first game. We just can't have it. He's a. Oh no, it's not him.
Is it recent?
I was going to say Jim Harbaugh, but he has not won the Super Bowl. That would be his brother John, who beat him in it.
90s.
Said Jimmy Johnson. We said Pete Carroll.
Said Jimmy Johnson.
It's the other Cowboys coach.
Barry Switzer.
He's
actually won 3 national championships and 1 Super Bowl.
Dude, that guy was fucking
Well, Jimmy and Pete have 1 apiece.
Yeah. Do you think Jim Harbaugh enters that realm throughout when his career's over?
He's been there.
He cannot go back to college football because he's going to serve a suspension longer than fucking Y&W Melly. So
I do not think so because Patrick Mahomes is still in his division.
There's just something with the Chargers. I can just never picture them winning the Super Bowl, but I do think he's one of the best coaches in football. Statistically speaking, he has the highest win percentage in regular season history, I think.
Right, something like that.
Current coaches, he has the highest regular season win percentage.
Any other trivia?
One more.
Let's do it.
Most 20-plus rebound games of all time. Top 6.
It's 20-plus.
I mean, does Wilt Chamberlain count?
No, he's not in there.
Okay. So, Andre Drummond.
He is second with 84.
That's
Dennis Rodman.
He is first with 158.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
And he's 6'7".
He didn't start playing basketball until he was like 20.
Wow.
10 years after he started doing cocaine.
20-plus rebound games.
None of Wilt Chamberlain's stats count to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Kareem or Shaq in there.
Nope.
Hakeem,
That's
Tim
crazy.
Duncan, David Robinson. I'm just kind of listing like all-time centers. I know there's names that are just fucking skipping my brain.
Dwight
right
Howard would be the only other
Dwight
one.
Howard's third with 82.
There you go. Ben Wallace.
Nope.
He led the league in rebounds multiple times, though.
Yeah, but 20 is a lot of rebounds to get in a game.
There's another shorter guy here.
Really? 20 rebounds?
Power forward.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley has 54.
Oh my God, good for him.
He's incredible, man.
One guy is an all-time great defensive center.
I said David Robinson. I said Hakeem.
We said all the guys that I could be thinking of.
He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Rudy Gobert?
No.
No.
He won one, you think?
He won a Defensive Player of the Year they... I don't know if you remember. He went to the finals with the Sixers
Dr. J. Finals with the Sixers.
in 2001 with Iverson.
Oh, I know who it is. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was Hakeem.
On the Sixers?
No, not Hakeem. Dikembe Mutombo.
Dikembe Mutombo has 52. And the last guy, this shocked me. This last guy is...
That's I was getting him and Hakeem mixed up.
Oh, with the finger wag?
Yeah, but Hakeem is a better defender all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Okay, go ahead.
This guy is not known for anything other than dunking.
Nate Robinson.
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan has 60 20-plus rebounds.
Good for him.
No, yeah, he was fucking in the paint fighting for those boards. I mean, you can't deny that.
Nope.
I like the little basketball one thrown in there. Basketball is, dude, it's crazy. Like I said, we're in it. It's coming around right before you know it. Hockey's back in.
Basketball and hockey come around. They have no offseason.
To be honest, I don't know if you guys felt the same, but I felt that football, this was a quick offseason.
Yeah, it went by pretty fast.
I think it went by very fast. Like, I can't believe, like, actually not even, literally fucking Saturday, we have Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Miami Sunday. I actually like, too, that you get week 1 college because they play that Sunday game. You get, like a full weekend of college, and then NFL comes and just says, hey, listen.
Especially for the 3-day weekend.
That's, yeah, Labor Day. That's perfect.
That game on Monday. Yeah, I think that's a good idea for them to give college. I think that's when school should start.
Yeah.
You should go
make it easy.
Last day, the Friday before Memorial Day, and then you come back the Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yeah, Tuesday start, though, just kind of freaks me out, you know?
And the kids only have a little 4-day week, though.
Yeah, ease into it.
And
That's a good thing for life. Just ease in, you know? You don't need
that big of a deal.
Listen, we've been talking about it all day, and Billy just hit it on the head. Anthony Richardson, ease him in.
I like easing into it.
The school year, ease into it. A woman or multiple women.
Consensually and ease into it.
And that are adults and living.
Yes.
Ease into all of
I
it.
don't think you needed to say the last one.
Did you see that they have found
Clearly he does.
human remains on the outskirts of Vegas and like ashes and stuff on Monday? Apparently there's like maybe a serial killer in Vegas. My only problem is we haven't seen any reports of missing people. So how does that happen?
Outside up top?
I don't
I saw
know.
fire up there.
I thought it might have been human remains. I have no idea.
Well, they said ash.
I just also saw this in a text message, so I don't know. I haven't looked into this anymore. They said Ash, so I took that as Ash is. All right. You got anything else before we get out of here?
I hope there's not a serial killer around here.
I think we should. I always try to kind of live as if there is, though. Just be careful when you're going to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd be so mad if a serial killer killed me. Come on, dude.
it's like seriously, I live a war.
Really,
bad enough
dude?
life.
Are you fucking serious? Like if you walked into my room like all serial killer, I'd be like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know, lock your doors. I saw a thing that Greece hasn't had a violent crime in like 15 years. There's no way that's real.
That's not true.
Or 10 years or something.
It's not true.
I just haven't reported it.
That's just not true.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it real
It's
quick.
probably like the 50s here where like you could fucking knock someone out in the middle of the street and they're just like, well.
Yeah, that wasn't violent. It's like, well, really? Oh, speaking of which, what did you guys think of Rampage Jackson's son?
That's the one.
He should
go
be
to jail.
thrown in prison.
That to me is attempted murder.
Yeah, like Shane said, I have gotten to the point with people where I do want to like hit them and, you know, physically assault them. But I think, and I know apparently he had a concussion or something, but
Oh, cool.
if he would not have, first of all, I don't think people jumped in fast enough was my thing. People waited
Had a concussion. Sit in the fucking house then.
but people waited a long time to jump into that.
I saw that. I saw in a comment though too, where it's one people are kind of
Oh, it's part of the
when
script.
you're wrestling, you're like, is this a work? Like, is this? And then you start
Even the ref's
seeing
like,
it.
oh, I didn't know about this part.
Yeah, and then
like he hits him, you're like, ooh,
and then you see it.
Hasn't been a violent crime in the last 9 years in
it's
Greece.
not true.
But anyway, yeah, I just didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was way too much. I don't think people jumped in fast enough.
Well,
and
I
to be
think so,
honest,
too.
other people should have beat the fuck out of him for that.
I think they were in shock too. If you see a
Whoa,
dude
what's
just pummeling a guy and you're like, wait a minute, we were acting here.
To be honest, if I was in the crowd, I wouldn't jump into the thing and be like, oh my god. I would be like, this is a work.
Yeah, and those wrestlers are different than the type of wrestlers you see at WWE. Because like WWE, you see people slide in and they start beating the fuck out of those people when they come in there.
The thing too is I feel like the his punches, I know they were damaging and that guy was knocked out. I feel like he should have probably done more damage for the level of training he has. Like I think if Rampage would have hit that guy that much, he'd probably be dead.
My biggest thing is like, yeah, he should have done it. It's like, should have done it right away if he was going to do it. When someone smashes a beer overhead, I'm punching him square in the
Slap
fucking
him right
face.
across the face. If he would have,
Slap him then.
If that would have happened and
Right away, I'd
he
be like,
would
that
have beat
guy
the
asked
fuck out
for
of
it.
him, I would have said, listen,
That's
he didn't
self-defense.
apologize. He didn't know what was happening.
Yeah,
There was no warning, so I get that his reaction was to fight back. But in that moment, that was way overboard.
But the problem is the promoter should have let everybody know, hey, this kid's coming. He's a MMA fighter. Kick is sponsoring this and filming this, just so you know, and told the kid, hey, when you come in here though, everybody's in working.
This is acting.
This is live, so they're gonna do stuff to you. Because that's the thing is you're that mad. Just imagine if you're that mad and somebody smashed a beer can over your head, why wouldn't you immediately punch him in self-defense?
That's what I'm saying. But then he was,
And then the guy apologized to you and clarified everything.
and I've seen more videos coming up of him be like, yeah, they're gonna find out, not playing with me. But I think that had to do with the concussion, which I'm not saying it isn't his fault, but it's like this kid clearly wasn't in the right mindset to be in this sort of situation anyway. But
Yeah, that's the problem.
we gotta wrap
Here's the
this
thing
up.
about Greece, real quick. That report's false. They're relatively safe with a low violent crime rate compared to other countries, but it says domestic violence is a significant issue. In the first 10 months of 2024, Greek police report a doubling of domestic violent cases compared to last year.
so that Instagram post was a lie.
Homicides and femicides happen regularly.
What's a femicide?
Don't know. But in 2002, there were 117 homicides in Greece. 45 victims were women. 21 were killed by domestic perpetrator. So domestic violence in there. And the first 2 months of 2024 alone, at least 5 women were killed by a male partner.
Well, there you go. That sounds pretty violent to me.
Anything else?
Nope.
Bill? All right, we'll see you before week 1 of the NFL season. We'll wrap up the last 2 divisions, make some picks. Like Danny said, Texas, Notre Dame, Clemson, Moneyline Parlay. We need a little bit of cheese for next week.